Hello, you beautiful people. I have a message for you today. It could even just be my own reflection, my own reflection of something that has come up for me recently. Recently, I was doing some things and that brought up some past things and emotions. And and I faintly heard this past part of me whisper, why me? And it reminded me of that time period when I was engulfed in a story of just thinking like, why are all these things happening to me? Why did God put me in the position that I'm in to experience all these hardships and survival and not being for things not to be easy? And it was my perspective at that time was heavily influenced by the Christian religion, which I was brought up in, and the ideals and structures and basis of what they teach and preach is what made me feel like I had just been dealt a bad hand and that I was not special enough to God to be able to experience a life of bliss and ease and happiness. Um, Whenever I would get in trouble, it was always told to me that I'm letting the devil use me or I'm playing into the devil's hand. And it would always make me feel like I was working with the devil in some type of way. And that was like a scary concept and a scary thing, especially what they preach to you. And it ended up putting me in a place of such negativity that I just took on the identity of negativity of myself in believing that I'm not special, believing that I'm not worthy, believing that nothing good can ever happen to me or for me, and that God didn't choose me, and that I wasn't special enough to be chosen. I used to look at the prophets, the people that they call prophets, who God speaks to apparently and shows things. I used to crave to want to have that and be like, like maybe if I can become that, then I can be special to God and I can, once I'm special enough, then God will feel uh, obligated or graceful enough to allow my situation and my family situation to get better. Very naive thinking, but hey, I was a kid. But those things never came to pass. And so it just pushed me further and further into that belief and further into negativity and further into manifesting that reality. So my message is, if you're feeling like you're in that stage of why me, why is this happening to me, why did God make this happen, try to bring yourself into a bigger view of your life. Try to allow yourself to see the good things that are present around you. And these things may sound cliche, but hey, if you don't want to feel like that any longer, or you keep asking that question, this is going to get you the answer. Allow yourself to be hopeful. Allow yourself allow space in your heart, in your turmoil, in your inner turmoil, to grasp on to hope. Hope, at least a little bit of hope that things will get better for you. Because when you allow yourself to stay in the negativity, it just keeps cycling and cycling and cycling. And then the power that is already within you and the power that you are, it keeps contributing to that cycle because of the way you're thinking. So grasp onto the idea and ideal that hope is there for you and hope that things will get better. The last thing that my heart wants to say is reflect on the love that is present in your life. In some way, shape, or form, there's a love that is existing near you, around you, which is potentially helping you to keep going. And if that doesn't resonate, that is okay. That's just not your reality, and that's fine. Take what works for you and what applies. But that is what my heart is going to say. Like, search for the love that is already existing around you, that is really powering you to keep going. What is that love? And hold on to that and allow yourself to grasp and understand that, and allow yourself to exist in a space of gratefulness for even just that one little thing that may be keeping you trucking and keeping you going. Although I did have a very shitty reality, there were things surrounding me and in my life that kept me going, that were supporting me, but I was not acknowledging them because I was so stuck in my hamster wheel of negativity and demeaning myself and believing these things that were told and taught to me. But that was just the story that I had to go through and experience so that I can get to where I am now and understand the perspective that I have now. The biggest thing is going to be allowing yourself to see your life from a higher perspective. That's what they call a bird's eye view. Just allow yourself to get out of the inner depths of the reality you're experiencing. You're here. Just try to let your mind and your existence come up here. You can see so much more. You can understand so much more. You can experience so much more. So even if you just hold on to a tiny bit of that for every day, once a day, 5 minutes a day, something, give yourself something. You deserve it. You're worthy of it. And you shall overcome it if you really want to. I hope this message helps. Thank you for allowing me to reflect on a past memory of myself, and I appreciate you. God loves you unconditionally. I love you. Gaia loves you. And you can always make it, even if you think you can't. Thanks.